Welcome to March Madness of the Redream Education podcast. We know that March can definitely feel like madness for microschool owners, teachers, parents, homeschool hybrid founders. There are so many wonderful things that are happening right now as you are beginning to start maybe summer camp, or you are planning for a new school year, but you're also trying to finish out this school year. Maybe you're even heading into spring break and all of the possibilities lie ahead of you, but you also have so many loose ends. This is why the month of March, we are pulling back the curtain and going to be giving you for the rest of this month some of our most sought after Redream Education podcast downloads. Now, if you are new here, we once were Teacher Let Your Light Shine, but in January of 2026, we now became Redream Education. And for the next couple of episodes, I'm going to be sharing podcasts that are specific to this month. But as I listened to the last year and 2 years, I'm thinking about, wow, this is still the same information I would give to you now. So if you have yet to listen to almost 400 episodes and more, then now's your time to be able to just download and consume as much as possible. That's why this month we are re-airing some of our very important podcast episodes that are going to be very specific to this time of year. Now, Microschool Masterminds is up and going, so if you hear any ads during this time frame for our program, it is important for you to realize that our Microschool Masterminds meets every single week. You can still join in at any time. So despite whether or not these podcasts have been aired before, Microschool Masterminds is fresh every week, and you can find out more as you're listening to the episodes. Be blessed, and I will see you back in April for brand new episodes of the Redream Education podcast. Welcome to the Redream Education podcast. I'm Mackenzie Oliver, microschool founder, educator, coach, and believer in the power of starting small, dreaming boldly, and rebuilding the future of education one courageous step at a time. If you're here, it's because something in your life, your classroom, your family, your child, your community, or your calling is asking for a new dream, a wiser dream, a redream. This podcast is where we challenge the old models, rethink what learning can be, and build innovative pathways for children, families, and communities. Each week, you'll gain the systems, strategies, stories, and soul work you need to design personalized learning, understand how education is changing for the better, start or scale a microschool, lead with confidence, make a change for your family, and create an education model that actually works for today's world. Because you aren't just dreaming of something different, you are building it. This is a space where we re-envision what school can be, reimagine how children learn, and rebuild the systems that were never designed to meet the needs of our future and current generation. This is a podcast to redream education as we share insights, strategies, stories, and tools to teach our children better, transform learning at home, support innovative education models, and invest financially or personally in the future of students everywhere. Because you aren't just dreaming about a better education, you're part of the movement to create it. Welcome to the Redream Education podcast. This is where the future begins. Welcome to the Teacher Let Your Light Shine podcast. Today, we're diving into a powerful topic that affects families, educators, and communities. That is school choice. Yes, school choice. This is more than just selecting a school. It's about education freedom, flexibility, and finding the right fit for each child and the right fit for you as a teacher who's building a program or a homeschool hybrid, or as a parent. I know firsthand how impactful this can be because I've seen the transformation in students and families through our microschool, Lighthouse Learning Microschool. And we are also a homeschool hybrid. So, if you're a teacher wondering how alternative models like microschools and homeschool hybrids fit into this conversation, this episode is for you. And if you're a parent navigating the overwhelming world of school options and thinking of creating this for your own children, this episode is for you. We want you to feel empowered to embrace school choice and advocate for flexible education models and step into a new way of learning. So what do you say? Let's dive in. Learning about building a microschool or a homeschool hybrid or any type of alternative program for education, you are going to want to educate yourself so that you can feel empowered and not scared to make a change or to go against what has always been the traditional, easy, or comfortable way of learning. School choice is here to stay, and it matters. It matters so much because we are breaking the one-size-fits-all model. Traditional education structures work for some, but not for all. Every child has unique learning styles, interests, and needs. And the rigidity of larger public school systems can sometimes hinder student growth. There's also this power of personalized learning. And to be quite honest with you, I really have grown so much stronger year after year of having our own program to really understand the power of personalized learning. And truth be told, it's in year 6. We're starting year 6 come fall of 2025 that I will feel as if we've had even more distinguished personalized learning. Every year it gets better, but we were never perfect starting out. Microschools and hybrid models allow for tailored education, and that can come through various modes of learning and various types of curriculum. Smaller class sizes as well offer a power of personalized learning, deeper relationships, hands-on learning, real-world applications, and many microschools you'll find have student-to-teacher ratios of 1:6, 1:8, 1:10, 1:12. Those can vary from the type of model that you are ensuring families and students, but overall, with the power of personalized learning, families really do gain control over their children's educational journey rather than being forced into a system that may not fit. They now have choices. You know as well as I do. The only choice that our parents were given back during our days of growing up, I'm 40 years old, is traditional education, public or private school. I remember when I was around 6 years old, I met my very first friend down the street who was homeschooled. I was absolutely flabbergasted and was so curious about how she learned at home with her mom. And I remember playing downstairs in my basement with her and asking her so many questions as we sat in the little classroom that my dad built for me playing school. So not only was she my friend, she was my very first homeschooled friend, but we were sitting in my classroom because I thought, how does anyone learn by their mom? And I remember asking her, does your mom give you spelling tests? And she said, yes. And I was like, does she give you the answers in case you get it wrong? I was so just being a question master. I asked her about what her daily routine looks like, and does she get up, and does she get dressed, and does she brush her teeth and have breakfast before she learns, and where do they learn at in their house? I was so curious. And now that is just another very well-known option for many families. The freedom and the flexibility of microschools and homeschool hybrids really does show that freedom matters. But what does it really mean? It means that parents have the ability to choose a school or a program or a way of learning that aligns with their values, their child's needs, and their lifestyle. And honestly, that's how our program has evolved year after year, is listening to families and what they have desired for their own family's needs. As families have changed the dynamic of their working environment, such as working from home, working remotely, traveling a couple days a week, or not necessarily wanting to send their child to school all day long, Monday through Friday. Parents are finding that they are no longer bound to one way of learning or sending their children. There are families that are no longer bound to zip codes. We have families that drive an hour to our school, drive an hour back, and in the afternoon, drive an hour to our school and an hour back. We live in Central Florida. They live out in Daytona. They also are found that they don't have to have this rigid schedule. They don't have limited options. So for an example, we at Lighthouse Learning, we have several different pathways that a parent can choose to send their children to our school. They can choose an academic pathway where they can just come Monday through Wednesday to get their academics. They finish their academics at home, or they come for academics and enrichment, Monday through Wednesday academics, Thursday, Friday enrichment, or enrichment only where they're taught at home. And then on Thursdays and Fridays, they do enrichment at our school. There's also flexibility. So you've got the freedom of microschools, but you also have the flexibility that families could choose between full-time enrollment, hybrid learning, or enrichment days. Students can be engaged in real-world learning, entrepreneurship, career readiness, forest schools, life skills, sustainability projects, surf schools, trade schools. There are so many options. It's not a one-size-fits-all. It is a very specific program or school created by the founder to serve the needs of the children that they have been called to serve. Teachers have more creative freedom to design lessons that inspire rather than following this rigid curriculum dictated by standardized tests. If you are a teacher, a homeschooling parent, or a brand new microschool founder who is trying to figure out what comes next, you need to hear this. Microschool Masterminds is the community and coaching program I wish I had when I first stepped out of the classroom and built our microschool. Yes, straight from the living room to now nearly over 100 students thriving in year 6. This is where teachers and founders finally get the roadmap, the support, and the systems to create a thriving microschool without burning out. Inside Microschool Masterminds, you will receive weekly live coaching with me and other powerful professionals who discuss strategy, solutions, and provide personal support. You also receive step-by-step modules to build your school legally, financially, and operationally. Marketing enrollment done for you with training that works even if you've never advertised before, and you can learn this on your own time through our Microschool Masterminds classroom modules. Worried about multi-age classrooms or curriculum? We've got you covered with our curriculum planning resources. You receive templates, checklists, scripts, and systems for marketing, financial systems, operations, community building, and growth. Everything is ready for you to plug in and go. Most importantly, you have access to a powerful community of other founders who understand your dreams and your fears. Whether you're starting really slow, or you're still teaching the classroom and you're dreaming of breaking free, or you're already running your microschool but feeling overwhelmed, trying to figure out also how to build a hybrid program. This is a place where you gain clarity, confidence, and of course, a plan. Because you don't have to do this alone. You deserve guidance, you deserve support, and your microschool deserves to grow with ease, not chaos. If you're ready to redream education and take the next step, join us inside Microschool Masterminds, where together we are building this education system better. Head over to redreameducation.com/masterminds to learn more. Again, that's redreameducation.com/masterminds. With families being able to tap into the resources to send their child or to create a learning environment that celebrates their unique talents, it's not just a dream. It's happening all across the United States of America, school choice programs and ESAs. educational savings accounts where governments in local states and cities, they are adopting educational savings account to say, here's a voucher. Here is money to send your children to an alternative learning, meaning an alternative to traditional public education or private. Why aren't we all talking about this more? This is why I'm so passionate, because there are so many benefits that we cannot ignore. Economic benefits. School choice isn't just about academics. It's also about preparing students for the workforce and their readiness, their careers, their gifts, their talents. If they want to go to become an entrepreneur, that we're not just sending children straight along the college path, that we're teaching them skills like entrepreneurship, if that's what you are choosing to teach at your microschool, or trades program, or maybe it is that they are having college and career readiness, or maybe it's a mix of all of that. Programs that incorporate alternative credentials for students, or how students can create certificates that are stackable, they really do help students gain real-world skills. And I'm learning about this as we are moving into high school come the year of 2026. These approaches really do save families and taxpayers money, because they are creating a skilled and adaptable workforce and future for kids who know what they want or know what they are gifted in, to where they're not going to college and wasting money because that wasn't for them. We're able to educate and empower these children. How do microschools fit into this equation? Well, it's because they are able to offer more personalized learning environments. If you are an aspiring microschool founder, if you live in a state that offers programs like ESAs, you are literally providing a steady source of funding. It allows it to become easier for you to create a sustainable and innovative educational option for your families. Now, if you are listening to this podcast, yesterday we just had a blog go out on the Teacher Let Your Light Shine website, and it's all about how to actually get started. So if you go to teachersletyourlightshine.com/blog, you will see our blog that has so much free information for you where you can begin to learn on your own. Again, that's teachersletyourlightshine.com/blog. The newest blog that just came out yesterday is 3 tangible steps to move from your teaching dream to a thriving business. So those 3 tangible steps to move you from your teaching dream to a thriving business, that came out yesterday. So definitely go and snag that at teachersletyourlightshine.com/blog. The role of parents and educators in the school choice movement is so huge. Many parents are asking themselves, what do I truly want for my child's education? And maybe that's what you're asking for yourself as a teacher or a parent. It's important that you research different models. When I first started, I didn't really know of any other models. I just started in my living room. There's microschools, which I felt like that's exactly what we were. Then we moved into a homeschool hybrid. I definitely knew that we weren't a private school because I couldn't start a private school in my living room. And we definitely were more than a co-op because of our structure. Don't be afraid to step outside traditional paths to find a school that fits your needs as a parent or for your child, rather than your child being forced to fit into a school, or you as a teacher, what fits your learning and your teaching style compared to being forced to teach in a traditional system that does not help you to let your light shine. For teachers, school choice literally changes your career. You do not have to feel stuck in a broken system. You get autonomy, creativity, and purpose. If you're burned out or you're frustrated, considering to start your own microschool or joining one is absolutely life-changing. School choice is about freedom. It's about empowering families to make the best decisions for their children and educators making the best decision for their students that they teach. I would love to have you join us at Microschool Masterminds, where we are teaching people who are teachers or parents who are ready to step outside and start their own microschool or homeschool hybrid. We give you all of the details. Monthly group coaching. It's a month-by-month membership. You can stay for as long as you need. If you sign up for the year, you also get 2 months free. But we are going live every single month with brand new topics, brand new resources for you, along with a library full of information that you can grab and go and download. Share this episode with parents and teachers who need to hear this message. You can also join us in our Facebook group, Teachers Let Your Light Shine, Microschool Community. We cannot wait to see you there. And join us at Microschool Masterminds. That's teachersletyourlightshine.com/masterminds. Let's work together to create more options, more freedom, and more opportunities for students and families. It is time to redream education and to actually take that next step. Join us in Microschool Masterminds every single week for live group coaching, self-paced modules, and of course, a powerful community. Head on over to redreameducation.com/masterminds and join us in our free Facebook group at Redream Education Microschool Community. To learn more, that's redreameducation.com/masterminds.